Hello folks and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be taking you for a look around this very special Mark 1 Ford Cortina. This thing's from all the way back in 1966. So as I've just said, this is a 1966 Ford Cortina, so this is a Mark 1 Cortina. Now this specific car was registered on the 19th of June 1966, so it's a pretty old car. The car's just about to clock over to 100,000 miles, which isn't much considering the age of the car. Now this car's also had a full restoration. It's finished in this sort of greeny blue. I'm not as sure on the exact colour, but it's really nice and it really goes with the interior as well, because that's a sort of turquoise interior. It's had the roof painted a really nice cream colour and I think it just goes really nicely together. It's got these minted steel wheels on it. Now they've got the chrome centre cap. They've also been banded as well, so they're a very wide wheel and it just sets the car off. I don't think it would suit many other wheels, to be fair. I think these are the perfect wheels for it. You could probably run a set of mini lights or something like that if you wanted, but I think these are the perfect wheels for this car. I thought we'd come round to the place that most of these will probably be interested in the most. So what you do is you actually push a button in the grille and then lift it somewhere. There we go, right. So what we actually have under here is a 1600 cross-flow engine. This thing's had the rocker cover painted the same colour as the car and it's such a tidy engine. It's obviously had a bit of work done and it just looks really tidy. Now I'm not exactly sure what power it's running or anything, but I can tell you it runs really nice when I drove it along here. So what a tidy engine and a tidy engine bay. I think if you popped the bonnet at any show, people would be impressed with it. It's so nice. Now that we've had a look at what's under the bonnet, I think we should take a little step inside. Now that we've had a look at what's under the bonnet, I think we should step inside and have a look at the interior. And it does not disappoint in the interior either. It's still just as nice as it is on the outside. So we've got these turquoise leather seats, we've got some blue leather door cards. They're not actually the same shade as the seats, but it does match the carpet pretty well. So we've got blue carpet, obviously 3 pedals. We also have this deep dish Cortina steering wheel, obviously the clocks here, but it's actually got the GT clocks as well, which is pretty cool and it adds a bit to the interior. Now as you'd assume from any car this age, it's pretty basic on the interior, but it's got everything you need. You know, you've got some sort of heater there, you've got a radio, you've got your clocks, you've got your steering wheel, your gear stick and your pedals, and now the handbrake as well, but it just looks so nice. So we're now round at the beautiful back end of the Cortina. I thought I'd give you a little look in the boot. Now with people that are into their modern cars, most of them want the self-opening boot, but Ford were doing it back in 1966. Ta-da! Pretty much fully opens up itself, which is cool. There's not much in here, nice little carpet there. It's got the wheel well where the spare wheel would be, but because it's got these custom wheels on it, I don't think it fits anymore. But it's still so nice in here. Nice silicone hose here as well for the fuel tank. Nice. And then your batteries in the back here as well. Ideal. You have to close the boot yourself though. So now that we've talked about the Cortina and we've had a good look around it, I think we should go and take it on a drive to see what it's actually like. So we're out in the Mark 1 Cortina. I'm going to go for a little drive along this new patchy road here. Never drove one of these before, hopefully I don't stall it. Gearbox is completely different to what I'm used to, so we'll give it a try. But it's quite strange to drive because there is no mirrors, you've only got your centre mirror. So there we go, look at that throw in a second. But Keith was actually telling me that when, well the old boys now, when they used to buy a new car compared to this car, they would have struggled to drive the new cars because they couldn't hear any of the mechanics and stuff, because it's an absolute racket in here. But it's definitely a cool car. Yeah. So, if we can get it back in it first.
Don't be shy. There you go. Nothing behind you, round you go.
Right, we're away again. Brilliant. So we're actually out in the Cortina, and in terms of driving, this thing drives not bad for the age of the car. Reminder, this thing's from 1966. Now if you tried to compare it to a modern day car, you probably couldn't because it just feels so raw in here. It's probably not as loud as it is for me in here for yous because I've got my microphone on, but it's an absolute racket in here. You hear the whole engine, you hear everything that's going on with the suspension, you hear the wheels turning, it's absolutely mental. And if you go over any slight bump, you feel every part of that slight bump. Now that could be mostly down to the lowered suspension. It has been lowered and it sits really nice. So I think I'd rather have the low suspension than a comfy ride because let's be honest, it looks absolutely minted. Now in terms of visibility in the car, you can see right round this side and right round this side. You need that because there's no mirrors on the side of this car. All you've got is your interior mirror. So visibility is good but also not good at the same time. So I've stuck the car into first gear. We're just going to give it a little bit of throttle going down here and you'll see how bumpy it is. Right, let's go for it. The camera's going everywhere. So as you can see, it's pretty bumpy in here. And now we're back where we started with the Cortina. I can't actually believe I got to drive this car. A proper dream come true with this, like. And I know some of you will be wondering, Aidan, how did you even get the chance to drive this car? And it's because Morris Leslie Auctions. I'm through here today looking at the cars that are going up for auction, videoing them and stuff, and I chose to specifically take this one out for its own video. And very kindly, Keith from Morris Leslie Auctions has let me take this car out, do a full review on it, and go for a drive in it as well, which is absolutely crazy. And with me telling you that I'm at Morris Leslie Auctions today, most of these have probably connected the dots and this car is actually up for auction. So the guide for this car is £7,500 to £8,250, which I don't think is that bad of a price for such a car. Now I really want this car, so if you just want to donate your money to me, then it just feels amazing when you're driving it. It's such a raw drive. Obviously it's got the looks as well. So if any's are feeling generous out there and you want to give me 8 and a bit grand, then I'll come and get this Cortina. So it's now been a good few weeks since I filmed the video on the Cortina, and obviously the auction's been and gone and the Cortina went through it. And here's how it went.
1966 in the year. First one I've seen of these ones, the Mark 1. Sir, 5250, 5250, 5250, yes or no? 55 back in, 55 bid, 55 bid. Any advance provisional this money now at 6-2 is back in, 6-2 bid, 6-2 bid, 6-3 bid. Back to you now, sir, at 6-3 bid, 6-3 bid, yes or no at 6-3. Around once more at 6-3 bid. We'll ask the question at 6-3, thank you.
Now the highest bid on the Cortina ended up being £6,300, which was well under the estimate for the car. I'm not sure if the owner accepted that price or not, but that is well below the guide and the estimate on the car. Me personally, I think the car was worth more than what the guide price was. It had a full respray, it had the 1600 Crossflow engine, it had a lot of nice stuff on it, but obviously it just wasn't the right price on the day. Now interestingly enough, I went on Car and Classic and typed in MK1 Ford Cortinas, and this car actually came up. It came up and it was about 12,000 or something. I'll put it on the screen. It was this price, whatever's on the screen there. It's obviously higher than what it was going through the auction for, and I looked at the rest of the market and they're all about that price as well. So I don't think it would have went for 6,300, but I guess I'll never know. But it was definitely a really nice car and a very cool car. And it was fun to drive it. I'd love to have one in the future, but aye, what a car. And just a reminder before this video ends, I've got a pretty interesting video coming out on the Escort next week, so look out for that, and Merry Christmas. But I hope you've enjoyed this video as well. It's such a cool insight into a classic Ford. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like this video, comment down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new or you watch my videos and you're not subscribed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.